If you want to get better at something, you have to endure the emotion that comes with failing at it. There's no quick fixes or no, bruh. I worked hard for my money. I took my money. I invested into a coach, a Patreon, and I worked on the things that I needed to fix. And when I worked on the things I needed to fix, I failed at some of them. I succeeded at some of them. The things that I succeeded at, I doubled down. The things I failed at, I learned from them. Don't repeat that again. To a point where I didn't refine it. But it wasn't just talking to girls. Like, when I invested in myself, I took everything serious. I invested into a Patreon, right? I invested into a Patreon because I wanted to be like a Swiss Army knife when it came to girls. I wanted to talk. I wanted to slay any girl. I wanted to make every girl that ever even spoke to me fall in love. That was my goal. And I felt like the Patreon would be able to do that for me. So I joined the Patreon. And in the process of me joining that Patreon, there was a lot of other things that I didn't even know that I needed to know. And I teach y'all some of those things. I teach y'all those things for free on my page, but I also teach y'all those things in my Patreon. I teach y'all those things in my digital products. Who do you recommend? Who do you recommend I watch to get better? Me. But it also depends on what you want to get better at. Like, so here's the thing. This is what I love about content now. So content now is interest based. So if you sit here on TikTok and you watch a TikTok throughout the video or watch the whole video for a long time or interact with it, you'll have a video with either a similar sound or a similar topic because it's interest based. But that's how it is on YouTube. That's how it is on Instagram Reels and all these other platforms. So when you interact with a YouTube video that is about communication, that is about finance, that is about discipline, they're going to keep feeding you, especially if you watch it through and you interact, they're going to keep feeding you. It's going to recommend. So a lot of y'all will be like, well, what type of podcast do you listen to? I listen to different podcasts because I'm listening for topics or things I want to learn about. So I can't tell you, I don't listen to one specific podcast, but if it's a certain topic, for example, last year I was heavy on learning sales. So I was watching Omar El Takori and I was watching Myron Golden and I was watching Diary of a CEO. Anything that had sales. No, I'm not fried. Anything that had like a sales topic or helping me with sales, a sales educational video, I'm listening to it and I'm taking notes and I'm applying the things I learned. So I will watch anything that I want to improve at, and then they'll keep feeding me it. They'll keep feeding me it. So I would say, one, you can start with the free content. I have a bunch of different content, but I have a Patreon and I have a ebook. I have a confidence course and I have a magnetic mouthpiece course to help you out to hold conversation with girls. But before I even want y'all to even touch any of those ebooks, I want you to go through the Patreon because you have to do the self work. But you do have to. I was watching a lot of Taekwondo and Y&D when I found you a couple of years back. So you're right. But that's the thing, bro. You sit here watching Taekwondo, watching Y&D, watching me on YouTube. How did you join Ty's Patreon? Did you join Y&D's Patreon? Did you join my Patreon? Did you invest in yourself in anything? Did you buy yourself a book? Or did you spend your money on V-Bucks and VC and fast food? Dumb shit. TikTok shop. Like, when was the last time you spent money on yourself to improve yourself? I don't think y'all understand that power of when you work hard for your money and you spend your hard-earned money on yourself, you don't want to waste your money. You want to get something out of your money. So what are you going to do? You're going to pay attention and take in everything that you just paid for, which means you're going to be forced to take action. And that's all y'all need to do in the first place is literally just take action. But not only that, y'all are going to learn things that you don't even know. There's things that you don't even know that you don't know. Thanks for the follow, gang. It's easy talking to girls in person, but I be struggling texting a shorty. And that's cool, Alex, that's cool because this is what I learned, bro. I don't text girls. Well, I like, even with my girlfriend, like, I text my girlfriend now, but before she was my girlfriend, like, I use the texting as a setup for a phone call and a date. I'm not using texting as a way for us to grow our bond or connection or make her like me. No, it's damn near impossible. Because what y'all don't understand is connections and bonds are formed through facial and voice recognition. Communication is not just words. Communication has nonverbal cues as well. Things like tone of voice. I can say something to you and say it in a joking manner, but you wouldn't know I was joking if I said it through text, unless I added an LOL or an emoji. Even then, you still may receive it the wrong way because you're not hearing me say it. And this is magnified to another level when you're talking to a girl that hasn't even heard you speak before. She doesn't really know your humor. She doesn't really know how you sound. So texting is where a lot of guys go wrong, because you'll get a girl's number and you'll text her and it won't go nowhere. Texting is a key or a guide to set up the phone call. The phone call is where you're going to be able to build a rapport. FaceTime, yeah, to build a rapport. Why are you adding him? Wait, what's it? When you treat communication like fun instead of a chore, conversations just flow naturally. Literally. Where do you suggest meeting girls if I don't like going clubbing or going out nightlife shit? Perfect. Perfect. I'm gonna tell you, this is how I used to meet girls, because I didn't do the clubbing or nightlife shit either. Even when I did go out to clubs and going out and shit, that's not where I found girls. I don't think I ever found a girl I didn't know and like linked up with her, got on, like connected with her at a club or like going out. They were there, but that's not my scenery. That wasn't my game. I mean, my girlfriend, that's a little different, but that's not my game. So first things first. One, I met, it's kind of 50-50 between where I met most of the girls I talk to. So first is going on my day-to-day life. The mistake that a lot of guys is, they see girls that they find attractive and they don't take the opportunity to speak to them. This is what I meant by social media is not real life. In social media, you'll see these girls that are very attractive easily on a day-to-day basis. Instagram stories, explore pages. You don't come across those girls in your day-to-day life on a day-to-day basis. So when you find a girl when you see a girl that you actually do find attractive, you have to take the opportunity to speak to her. So I would find girls focusing on me and my priorities only. So for me, it was DoorDash, and DoorDashing was and has been a main source of income for me for the last couple of years. And every day I would go DoorDash, either after work or if I didn't have work, that's what I'm doing. And I'm picking up food at restaurants. So I met a lot of girls at their job. At either they were working cash register, there was a host at a restaurant, or I saw them picking up food. While I'm out doing my work, while I'm out working, doing my thing, this is where I met a lot of the girls. This is where I met, I want to say, let's say 40% of the girls I met them doing me, doing me, picking up food, making my money. The other 40%, I would say, is from Instagram, because I understood that there's a method to Instagram. You can't just sit here and randomly DM a girl on Instagram. She gotta for you to sit here and randomly DM a girl on Instagram, she has to know who you are, or she has to find you really, 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 really attractive. She has to damn near already know who you are and damn near already find you attractive for you to just randomly DM her, hey, what's up? Or she super, super, super bored. But at my age and where I'm from, that shit ain't rolling. At least I ain't never encountered no girls I ain't saying it's impossible, but I ain't never encountered no girls that was just that easy where you DM them, hey, and they randomly just start a conversation with you. That's kind of weird, bro. At least the girls I like to talk to too. So, boom. But I understand that Instagram, there's a specific method and a specific way how you talk to a girl. So I'm gonna break it down. I didn't say this shit multiple times before. For Instagram, there's only two things that you can really worry about: your profile and speaking with a purpose. Before she even open up, no matter what you say, before she opens up your DM, she's going to click on your profile. Before you say anything, you need to make sure that your profile is on point. Now, at the end of the day, Instagram and social media and dating app is just a looks game. There's no way you can talk your way into her liking you through Instagram. because if your presentation is not on point, no bueno. I'm gonna tell y'all a quick story. It's so fucking ironic. I've been preaching this for the last I don't know how many months. They say don't judge a book by its cover, but that is complete bullshit because in the life and the world that we live in, that is all we have to show. Your first impression is everything. I'm not buying a book if the title and the cover is not appealing to me, unless it's been recommended and it has a great ass review from somebody else word of mouth. If that book does not have a good title or a good picture that I feel like can benefit me, if it's not appealing to me, I'm not picking up that fucking book. No matter how good the story is on the inside, I'm not giving it a chance. And that's exactly how it is on dating apps and Instagram. If you are not appealing to her eye, she's not even gonna see what you are talking about, the value, what you can do for her, all that other shit, bro. Like, so you gotta get your page on point. If you need that, I got a whole YouTube video on how you can make your Instagram more attractive. It's pretty much subjective, but I just recommend find an Instagram page that you like. I like Duke Dennis. He's just the easiest person to say. I like Primetime. Uh, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of my personal friends, I like their aesthetic on their Instagram page. Just find an aesthetic that you like, aesthetic that you prefer, and kind of model that. So for me, like I like simple bios. I don't like a lot of shit in my bio. If I only have one thing in my bio. I don't post a bunch of random shit on my post. I know I need all my pictures on my feed to be professionally taken on at least some type of camera, whether that's this camera or a even more professional camera. I'm not posting no iPhone pictures on my feed. Nope. And if I do want to post a picture that's on an iPhone on my feed, it's going to my highlights. I'm not posting no bullshit. I'm not posting nothing that has no purpose. I'm literally not. I'm not mogging on that junk. No, I'm posting my best, the best of the best. Why? Because it's an appealing thing. It's an aesthetic. It's a perception game. So it's like you have to say who you are without saying too much. So your profile is everything. Then second, you have to speak with a purpose. Because social media is not real life, people have access to people more than ever. So you're not the only guy that wants to DM this girl. There's probably I can only imagine there's probably hundreds of guys in an average girl's DM. Let alone a girl that has a following, let alone a girl who is a 10 or whatever that is to you. Her shit is probably blown up, bro. So your profile got to be on point. And I would say you have to stand out with what you say. But standing out with what you say isn't trying to be super clever. It is, but it's not. And I'll explain that. Standing out is, excuse me, super clever doesn't mean some poetic shit in the DMs. Unless it's supernatural. No need for no overly poetic shit in the DMs. When I say stand out, I mean, how can we use what she posted to express our interest? That's all I'm worried about. Can I use this post on her story? Can I use this quote on her notes to express my interest in a natural flowing way? If I can't do that, it's forced and it's not the right shot. See, the last P that I didn't mention about shooting your shot on Instagram is patience. Patience, because we shooting with precision. We not sending hard eyes. You look good, ma. You beautiful. I done did all that shit before. You don't know how many DMs I sent. It was a summer, bro. I sent like 50 DMs in one day, bro. I only got one response. It was a thank you, and then I tried to follow up, and I didn't get no response. That shit don't work, bro. I'm telling you, it don't work. And my page was solid. My approach was lame. I was just like every other guy. When I made this small tweak of how can I take this post and twist it to where I'm expressing my interest, but it's very natural, flowing to what she posted, are we good? I have two examples. My first example is a mediocre example, and my second example is perfect, in my opinion. The mediocre example is there was a girl who she was working out in the gym, right? She posted her body, her face, in the gym. She looked cool, all that. Boom, perfect, right? I'm sure a lot of guys swiped up, hard eyes, hard hitters. I don't even know if you couldn't even like a story back then. So it was hard eyes, you look good, boom, boom, boom. But what I did was I took the very smallest thing that I noticed and something that I was genuinely interested in, and I used it as an opportunity to start a conversation. So while she took that picture in the gym with her face and her gym attire, she had on Apple headphones. So I asked her what her gym playlist was like. I don't know about y'all, but especially a couple of years ago, right now I'm not listening to a lot of music, but back then I was a music savant, my nigga. Like R&B, especially that was my go-to when it came to girls. I don't a lot of niggas listening to trap, rap, or like I listen to that too, but I'm a R&B guy. Like I really love R&B, so that was a way that I connected with a lot of girls back then. So I use it as an opportunity. Yo, what's your gym playlist looking like? She said some things. I'm like, oh shit, I like boom boom, and we had a common interest. I recommended I send her a playlist, asked for her number that way. That's how I got her number. We hopped on the phone. Fast forward, she told me the only reason that she responded to my DM was because I was the only guy that didn't say nothing about how she looked. See what I did there? I took something very small from her post, and because I was interested in music, I'm not saying it was the best. This is my quote unquote mediocre because I didn't really express my interest through me swiping up. This was more of a kind of a friendly approach, but it ended up working anyway. I used the topic of music, which is something I genuinely love and thrived in, and I twisted it to get her number, and that started that. Now the second DM I sent was to a girl. She made a post on her main story and it said close friends question mark, and it was like a button. You voted. It was like a yes or a blank or no, whatever. And instead of me saying yes to join her close friends, like probably a lot of niggas did, I think I said something along the lines of uh I don't need your close friends, I prefer your number, or something along those lines, like something like that, where I don't want to be your close friends. I just want your number. I said something like that. She was like, "Oh, that's how you coming?" See, and I said, "I don't like to waste time." She said, "I like that," and then I said, "I'm still waiting for your number," and she sent it. That, in my opinion, was a perfect shot because I took her post, close friends. I took her post to express my interest. I don't really want to be. I don't need your close friends. Like, I want your number. I said something like that. It was like, I don't want to be in your close friends. I just want your number. I said something like that. But what I did was I took the close friends post, expressed my interest in wanting to get her number, and what that did was I gave her something to respond to. If you stayed long enough to hear this rant, this is the bonus point that is very, very, very important. I gave her something to respond to while saying that. So either she was not going to respond to my message if she wasn't interested, or if she was interested, she would respond. That's all it is. I don't care if my shot would go in. I was kind of selective with what I said. But if I was happy with what I typed up, I got straight to my point. I expressed my interest and used it's a good shot. You can't be mad at a 3-point shooter wide open at the 3-point line. I mean, you can be upset if you got money on it. He's taking a wide open shot from the corner. Even if he misses it, you can't be mad that he took the shot. Why? It's a good shot. You're not gonna make every shot, but you can take efficient shot. That was an efficient shot I took. So yes, I used what she gave me. I expressed my interest, and if she responded, perfect. I know she's interested because I made it so clear that I was interested. But because I made it so clear I was interested, if she wasn't interested, she didn't have to respond. But I know if she did respond, because I expressed how interested I was, I know shit. This shit cake. This shit long. I expressed my interest. She's entertaining it. That's all I needed to see. So my whole point is, when you're shooting that shot on Instagram, speak with a purpose. Don't just say no random shit. Don't swipe up just to say something because a lot of y'all be going to a dead end. I can't go to a dead end. You have to give her something to respond to. And I don't want no friendly buddy shit. So I'm not gonna say no friendly buddy shit. I'm gonna use what you gave me. I'm gonna express my interest, and I'm going to allow you to choose whether you want to respond or if you don't respond. At the end of the day, it's a good shot. I can't be mad. So those were the top two places I got my girls from. And then the last would be going out or not clubbing. I never went to clubs, but like kickbacks, like mutual friends. I'm a mutual friend demon. Was in the past. Mutual friend demons. Homegirls. I would say the last 20% would be from me hanging out with my friends and they bring around girls that I didn't know. It was just an opportunity for me to get to know them. So that's where I suggest meeting girls. In your day-to-day life, take advantage of that opportunity. Instagram, be efficient with your shots. Don't just be doing no dumb bullshit. And then mutual friends. Homegirls are the best, but if you got homies that know girls too, that got a lot of female friends, that cool too.